Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, with that said, we are live again, once again. Let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to see how it go today. All praise to the Most High Elohim. We give y'all praise, glory, and honor. We thank him for his greatness and all the things that he's doing in the midst of his people. At this hour, we are giving him all glory and all the praises. I don't know why my thing seems so dark here. It didn't seem like it wasn't like that before.
Mm.
No, nevertheless, I'm not going to worry about this today. The devil is a lie.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he is.
Nevertheless, we give y'all praise, glory, and honor. We thank him today for his mighty acts and the things that he's doing, saints. The baddest things may seem, but these are some exciting times, regardless what it looked like and what people are going through. And I just see a lot of time all the heinous things that the enemy is doing. And I just saw something that ran across. I don't know what I was looking at. But anyway, it was a picture showing where this man shot what you call the Uber driver, one of them that not Uber, but that, that deliver food and stuff.
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
DoorDash, yeah, shot him in the back. Now that means he was going, and he shot him in the back. I tell you, people are just ridiculous. But nevertheless, we give y'all praise because this word today is letting us know that Yasharel'S strongholds will be destroyed, and those ones that are causing the strongholds. So let's get in Ezekiel. If you remember when we was doing I got up to uh, I think 38. I think 38,
Yeah.
37 or 30, right?
Yeah.
Around that stop. When I stopped when I did the working on that. It's amazing. I'm gonna work myself all the way back around to Ezekiel again, picking up where I left off for the day. Well, we give y'all praise and glory and honor. I thank him for the opportunity. Things are just so on. The word has been so on point from what we are experiencing, what we are seeing. Every word that's gone out, whether it be Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, has been on point and so timely for what we see and what we are witnessing, even right now. Yah is he's very strategic in what he does and how he set things up for our remembrance and for our learning and for us to be paying attention for what he is doing. All these things that we see that is happening, this big hooray and assigning bills of things should never have happened in the first place, and then gets up here and talking about like he gonna make a speech and everybody jump right down his throat. You the one, your Congress was the one stopped all this stuff and got people's out of the job and because at first they said they wasn't getting paid, but the judge, yes, they are. So all the workers, we give y'all praise for that. I'll be able to return to work and get all the money that was lost to them. But many of them done lost their apartments and everything else.
Yes,
Now
they
Yes,
they
have.
they are.
uh, are trustworthy, and most of these companies they don't want to wait on them because they don't know what's going to happen to them as well. And I understand that they are business, but sometimes even as a business, we have to have some mercy.
Yes, he
Yes,
do.
he do.
So we give y'all praise and glory. We honor him today and the greatness that he's done. Father, we ask you now, as we get into your word today, I ask that your presence be with us, that the teacher in this earth with the Ruach HaKodesh will continue to guide us through your word, open our understanding, lead us through this word path today, and you just going to let the world know exactly who you talking about today. Exactly who, and we know, but sometimes the world don't know because they stay hidden so much. You think one is just one, but it's a whole flu. So, Father, I thank you today for your word. I thank you for revealing all these names. Many of our people don't realize who they are, They one in the same family. So we give your name praise for the opportunity as we start this word today. Open up. We ask that you be with us, bring your wisdom and your understanding to us, and speak your word, Father. I'm just a servant unto you. And I'll give myself to you today that you will use me as you please. In the mighty name of Yahushua Mashiach, even in this reading, Father, let yourself be known. Hallelujah. That said, we're going to seek in you how I go if you're trying to read it today.
Okay. Okay,
We
in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter.
Yeah.
Started with the first to the 23rd verse. First verse. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Moab, the chief priest of
Magog, Meshach,
Meshach and Tubal, and prophesied against him. Verse 3, and say, thus said Yahweh our Elohim, behold, I am against you, O Gog, chief priest of Meshach and Tubal. Verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hook into their jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them with all sorts of armor, a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Verse 6, Gomer and all his band, the house of Hagamon of the north quarter, and all his band, people with 7. Prepare thou and
you sound like you're in water now.
Yeah.
I hear it. Let me go ahead and finish it. But it'll start acting up. I don't know. I'm telling you, I think we're gonna have to look and try to see, because somebody's in your laptop.
Yeah.
It's open because you ain't got nothing else open. That's the weird part.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna come over there after this and look into your line and see. Okay, let's continue, saints. He said number 7. He said, be prepared and prepare yourself. You and all your company that are assembled about you, and be a guard for them. Number 8 said, after many days you will be summoned. In the latter years you will come into the land that is restored from the sword, whose inhabitants have been gathered from many nations to the mountains of Israel, which has been a continual waste. He said, but its people were brought out from these nations, and they are living securely, all of them. He said, you will go up, you will come like a storm. He said, you're going to come like a storm. He said, you will be like a cloud covering the land, you and all your troops, and many peoples with you. He said, thus says, number 10, thus says the Yahuwah, our Eldonai. He said, it will come about on that day that thoughts will come into your mind, and you will devise an evil plan. And you will say, I will go up against the land of the unwalled villages. I will go against those who are at rest, and that's us, our people, that live securely. All of them living without walls and have no bars or gates. They are sitting ducks. This look like easy prey. He said to capture spoils and to seize plunder, to turn your hand against the waste places which are now inhabited, and against the people who are gathered from the nations, who have what? Acquired cattle and goods, who live at the center of the world. 13 says Sheba and Dedan, and the merchants of Tarshish, with all its villages, will say to you, have you come to capture spoil? Have you assembled your company to seize plunder, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to capture great spoil? Number 14 said, therefore, prophesy, son of man, and say to Gog, thus says Yahuwah, our elder Nai. He said, on that day when my people, Israel, are living securely, will you not know it? You will come from your place out of the remote parts of the north, you and many peoples with you, all of them riding on horses, a great assembly and a mighty army. And you will come up against my people, Israel, like a cloud to cover the land. It shall come about in that last days. See, they don't understand it's an expired day, a day that it has expired. They don't understand this. It shall come about in the last days that I will bring you against my land. Listen, he gonna bring them, so that the nations may know me. And when I am sanctified, when I'm cleansed of you for once and for all. That's what he's saying. He said, through you before their eyes, oh God, we gonna see it. That when I read this, just studying, as a boy, that brought me right back to Psalms 91.
Ain't that so?
Because it said,
Ain't that so?
What 1,000 at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but not none come to near you. He says, number 17 say, thus says the Yahuwah, our elder Nai. He said, are you the one of whom I spoke in former days through my servants, the prophets of Israel, who prophesied in those days for many years that I would bring you against them? Y'all didn't read the scripture? What's your end going to be? It will come about on that day, he said, when God comes against the land of Yasharel, declares the Yahuwah Eldonai. He said that my fury will mount up in my anger. He said, in my zeal and in my blazing wrath, I declare that on that day, there will surely be a great earthquake in the land of Israel. The fish of the sea and the birds of the heavens, the beasts of the field, all creeping things that creep on the earth. Oh, I don't want to go too far. He said, the fish of the sea, the birds of the heavens, and the beasts of the field, all creeping things that creep on the earth will, and all the men who are on the face of the earth will shake at my presence. He said, the mountains also will be thrown down, the steep pathways will collapse, and every wall will fall to the ground. That's why I say these strongholds gonna come down. He said, I will call for a sword against him on all my mountains, declares the Yahuwah, our Elohim. He said, every man's sword will be against his brother. With pestilence and with blood, I will enter into judgment with him, and I will rain on him and on his troops, and on the many people who are with him. A torrential rain. We know what a torrential rain. It brings flooding.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
He said, with hailstone, fire, and brimstone, I will magnify. Listen to what y'all say. I'm going to magnify myself, sanctify myself, and make myself known in the sight of many nations. And they will know that I am the Yahuwah. Father, we thank you for your word today. Hallelujah. Our title today is Yasharel'S Strongholds will be broken. He are going to bring down these places, saints. All these things that are happening, that we see happening around us and to us. I say around us because we haven't faced any of it, and pray that we don't. But we see a lot of our people going through and facing these heinous crimes, these senseless murders. And these people that think they're just supposed to pull out their gun and shoot you. They've been so emboldened because they already know when they call the police, they're going to be on their side. But they don't understand this when Yah is speaking in this atmosphere and letting us know that what the tide had changed. Now, they're not getting the memo, but even a lot of y'all's people's not getting the memo. Because if they were, they would know what's going on.
That's right.
That's right.
They will understand what's going on. But we also know this word telling us today that Yah is bringing down the stronghold. And these armies, and he called them army, that's their army. Let's get back up to number one, because all these men, let's give you let me lay some ground rule on who we are talking to. We're talking to, he said, Gog, which is the land. Is a land, and they call that land is a land of Magog, which is Magog, which he's a head prince. He's the head of it. But you also got to understand who are these people. It's amazing how they hide themselves. But all these peoples are Japhet sons. Gog, which is their land, they call it after themselves. You know, they like to name things after themselves.
Yes.
Magog and Meshach and Tubal and he names a few of them, but I'm gonna give you the names of all these Japhet children, their grandchildren and children after their children. It says these are the sons of Japhet, and the first one is Gomer. They talk about Gomer first, which comes from we know who they come from, the Ashkenazi. The ones that say they are, but they're not. Then you got Repton, you got Togarmah. They talk about Togarmah in here. These are the sons of him, and Tubal and Medai and Javan and Tyrus. Then they got the sons of Meshach he got his son after his name is Meshach and Meshach. You got Meshach, Meshach, and Meshach. See, they know how to change the name. But all of these are descendants, and you got sons of Javan is El-Shanah, Tarshish, Kedem, and Dudan. These are the sons and grandsons of Japhet and Tyrus. So all of these are the same people coming out, as the word say, Japhet known by the isles of the Gentiles. These are what we call the Gentiles. And they know they're Gentiles. Had us right, they called ourselves Gentiles because we didn't know no better. We thought we were Gentiles. You can't tell the Christian people they ain't no Gentile.
Right.
And you're not a Gentile. You're not the household of Japhet. You know, when you say things like you see how ignorant you was. And let's go back to number one. And he said, and the word of the Yahuwah came to me saying, this is Ezekiel. And he addressed him, son of man, a man of Yah. He said, set your face towards it. When Yah tell a prophet, set your face, begin to look and prophesy against them. He said, what? Gog of the land of Magog. Oops. Let's go up here. And Ezekiel 38:3, we'll get to that. I'm not even going to read that one, but at 38:14, he says, therefore prophesy, son of man, and say to Gog. And the word said that place is considered as a barbarous northern region. Now, you know, that's bad to have that kind of title, but they barbaric. And you can tell the way they behave, they have a barbaric nature. Mm-hmm. Therefore, prophecy, he said, therefore prophesy, son of man, and say to God, I want you to say it because I want them to know exactly what's going to happen to them. Thus says Yahuwah, on that day, there's a day coming. He said, when my people Israel are living securely, he said, will you not know it? You don't know why they over there like we are now, quiet? Mm-hmm. With every chance you can get, you keep coming out against the peoples of Yah. I got my peoples in what? In a secure place, in a quiet place. He said, you don't understand that? Are they out there messing with you? They're in their own place where I have them. Even now, when he talking about even the days to come. Yes. He said, on that day when my people Israel are living securely, will you not know it? You don't have common sense not to mess with them? Well, see, y'all let them do it until, you know, because that day is coming for destruction. He said, Ezekiel 38:16, he said, and you will come up against my people Israel like a cloud to cover the land. Now, that's a lot of people. Yes, it is. Not only did they all come. Yes, it is. The whole family, they brought their friends with them, like they always do. See, you when you look at the word, now you see the nature. Why 5 and 6 of them show about 10 or 12 of them show for one person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you will come up against my people like Israel, like a cloud to cover the land. He said, it shall come about in the last days that I will bring you against my land. Listen, it's a trap. Because you're so used to seeing you. I put it like that. You're so used to seeing people look like an easy prey. Yeah. Yeah. Why you think they build walls around their neighborhood? Because they always think somebody going to do something to them. They gated community. He said, it shall come about in the last day that I will bring you against my land. See, they don't even know it's a setup for them. He says, so that the nations may know me when I am sanctified, when I am cleansed of them. I'm a wipe them clean. Rid them of of this disgust. Rid himself and also us for once and for all. He said, when I am sanctified through you before what? Their eyes. Oh God, you don't even know what you finna walk into. Just look like an easy prey. He said, it will come about on that day. we're going to read that. Let me drop down. Ezekiel 39, when he said, you, son of man, prophesy against God and say, thus says Yahuwah, Elonai. He said, because, behold, I am against you. See, they can do whatever, but Yah is against them. And that's why we see things are topsy-turvy. They call it side of paper. They're going to come together now. Yah's putting his judgment against them. That's right. That's right. I don't care what they do. He said, I am against you, O God, Prince of Rosh. You the head. You are the head of it all. Meshach and Tubal. He called a few names, but all of them is joined in.
Mm-hmm.
And he said in 39 and 11 of Ezek, he said, on that day, he said, I will give Gog, listen what he tells you. I'm going to give Gog a burial ground. There in Yasharel. Isn't that something?
Yes.
I'm going to give y'all a burial ground in Israel. The valley of those who pass by east of the sea, and it will block off those who would pass by. He said, so they will bury Gog there with all his horde. And they will call it the valley of Hamar Gog. You're going to come up, but you ain't going to leave.
That's right.
I'm going to give y'all, boy, I tell you, that's something to even think about. I'm going to give you a burial ground there. Come on up. Because you sure won't be going back. According to this word. He said, prophesy to them, let them know. Because I know the nature, they're going to look over there, they're going to think it's okay to come over there and mess with them. He said, Revelation 20 and 8, he said, and will come out to deceive, what does he say? The nation which are in the four corners of the earth. Here you go, Gog and Magog, to gather them together for what? For the war. They're going to deceive the other, talk to us into fighting against us. Come on. But you better read this word. He said the number of them is like the sand of the seashore. That's a lot of them. That's why he say cover the earth. They're going to be covered. It's going to be so much. But y'all say you show up. I'm going to make I'm going to make a grave, a burying ground for you right there in Israel. Boy, you don't mess with y'all.
Sure don't.
You don't mess with his people. On the Magog, he says, in Genesis 10 and 12, he said, the sons of Japhet were Gomer. Now he tell you who they are again. Now the sons of Japhet were Gomer and Magog, and Mediah, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. And not only them, and their sons and their sons' sons. And that's who you see right now running around here, barbarically killing people. Ezekiel 39, he said, I will send fire upon Magog, and those who inhabit the coastline in safety, who just lack the waterfront, move all the peoples off and get rid of. He said those inhabit the coastline in safety, think you in safe mode. He said they will know that I am Yahuwah. He ain't got nothing good to say about him, but what he gonna do to him?
That's right.
He said, and will come out to deceive the nation which are in the four corners of the earth. Gog and Magog to gather them together. Listen, for the war. Oh, they're gonna be ready to go. But y'all know it's y'all being deceived. The number of them is like the sand. This is what it says, like the sand of the seashore. They aiming to really do some damage to the people of Yah because they look like prey sitting out there with no walls. But you don't understand. Yah is our stronghold.
That's right.
He's got us walled in. He that dwell in the secret place of the Most High, in His presence.
Yeah.
He is the wall for us. Oh, we give Him glory. And he said in Ezekiel 38, Ezekiel 27:30, he said, Javan and Tubal and Meshach, he said, they were your traders. With the lives of men and vessels of bronze, they paid for your what? Your merchandise. They bought us. You see, we got to understand, we think it all, they sold us off, but they sold us off to each other. This word telling us.
Yes, it is.
Javan Tubal, and Meshach. They were your traders. With the lives of men and vessels of bronze, they said they paid for your merchandise. All of them in it together. Ezekiel 38:3 says, and say, thus says Yahuwah, behold, I am against you, O Gog, prince of Rosh, Meshach, and Tubal. See, one thing about y'all don't forget, do we?
No, he don't.
No, he don't. When we read, and he told Joshua to go and take them Amalekites out, because what they did to his brother 500 years ago, before then.
Yes, he did.
It's like he giving it just enough time to get comfortable. That's why he talk about the one on the seashore. You laid back with your martini glass or whatever. He let you really, it's almost like in Paris. They let you go to bed, you ain't wash dishes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then when you get really good and sleep. All of a sudden you feel something hitting you. Get up and go wash them dishes. Number 4 say, I will turn you about and listen what he said. Same thing. I'm going to turn you about and put hooks into your jaws. Mm-hmm. And I will bring you out and all your army. Not only you, I'm going to bring you out everybody that got with you. He even talking about the horses and your horsemen. All of them. Splendidly attired. All you all dressed up. I'm going to march you out. He said, a great army with bucklers and shields. All of them wielding swords. All of them got weapons. Because they looked over, they saw Yah's people. They thought was vulnerable. They thought they were great. But he's letting us know today, they sit exactly where I got them, and you think that ain't no wall around them. It's almost like he finna turn up some really heat on them, and we gonna get a chance to see it.
Yes, he is.
He said horses and horsemen, all of them splendidly attired. A great company with bucklers and shields. All of them wielding swords. All of them got a weapon showing up. Every one of them. What it say, Isaiah 43:7, he said, who brings forth the chariots and the horses? The army and the mighty men. He said, they will lie down together. He said, let them remind you, listen, y'all gonna come out together, you're gonna die together. He said, they're gonna lie down together and not rise again. That means they're permanently inconvenienced. Not to show up ever again. He said they will they have been quenched. It's amazing. They have been quenched and extinguished like a wind. Put completely out. Say what you won't see them no more. You ain't gonna hear nothing. Ain't gonna be no flicker. It's not gonna be anything. Wiped out. He said, what did he say? Out all your army. All of them got some guns. All of them ready to war. But they gonna meet. They coming out at us, but they gonna meet our Savior face on.
Yes.
When we read this, the Father gonna let the earth take them out. The fire, the floods, and all this. That's his army.
Yes, it is.
You can wipe a whole lot of them out when the floods show up.
And yes, you can.
Y'all know how to fight against our enemy. And he don't even have to use a weapon. We don't have to raise our hand to do nothing. Ezekiel 38:15 tells us, you will come from your place out of the remote parts of the north. You and many peoples with you, all of them riding on horses, a great assembly, and a mighty army. He letting you know it's a mighty army. Oh, they ain't coming jiving around. They coming really to destroy. They coming, they think they gonna really pull this thing off. They really got some more reinforcement. That they think they gonna wipe us out once for all. You see, y'all even know their plans. What's in their heart and their mind. Daniel 11 and 40 said, at the end time, and that's where we are. Now, this Daniel way back when, talking about now. Mm-hmm. He said at the end time. He said the end time. At the end time, the king of the south will collide with him. With who? With Mashiach. And the king of the north will storm against him with chariots, with horsemen, and with many ships. And he will enter countries, overflow them, and pass through. See, they've tanned up stuff like they've always done. They're going all over these places. They've gone through, because all of them is cities without walls. Mm-hmm. Notice that. Yeah. Easy prey, as they would say. Because this is a pattern. This is what Daniel's talking about. This is what they have done. And this is what they think they're going to do in the end. And tell you who they are. They're barbaric. This is what the word is saying. It describes them as a barbarous northern region. He said, well, splendidly. Number 5 tell us. Did I get the horses? Yeah, we read that. Mm-hmm. Okay, number 5. It said Persia. And I say Persia. They were doing good, but in the end, I guess they got to pay for some stuff. Ethiopia. Mm-hmm. And now we know these. Now we're getting into some Hamites. He said Persia, Ethiopia, Put, because that we talking about some Ham children. Mm-hmm. He said Put with them, all of them with shield and helmets. See, listen, you come out against the people of the Most High, his elect. He don't care who you are, because you don't choose a side. Now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, in order to fulfill the word of Yahuwah by the mouth of Jeremiah, the Yahuwah stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, so that he sent a proclamation throughout his kingdom, also put it in writing, saying, and we just had that last night. Mm-hmm. Ezekiel 27:10, Persia and Lud. That I'm telling you, these are Hams. Lud and Put were in your army, your men of war. They hung shield and helmet in you. They set forth your splendor. Daniel 8:20 say the ram which you saw with the 2 horns. Listen what he tells who they represent. He said represent the kings of Media and Persia. Mm-hmm. See, it's almost like they forgot at one point when Cyrus did good towards Israel. Now they're coming out against it, but they're in this part that they're gonna get with what? With God and Magog. But there's a word waiting on them. The literal word. And it will say Ethiopia. He said the sons of Ham were Cush and Mizraim and Put in Canaan. Let you know who the children are. Ezekiel 34 says a sword will come upon Egypt. This is why he's going to destroy them. and anguish will be where? In Ethiopia. He said, when the slain fall in Egypt, he said, they take away her wealth and her foundations are torn down. Everyone that has part of this and part, had part and is part. Y'all knows these. That's why these things are written for our understanding. Way before, even way back when Daniel wrote it. Only Yahuwah could give him that for the last days.
Mm-hmm.
And we see all them put themselves, let me get back. Them put themselves with the other people. That's why they say everybody might be they might be Hebrew, but they're not an Israelite, because the Israelites only come through Jacob, the lineage.
Mm-hmm.
And for that,
that's right.
There's a lot of jealousy. That's why Sarah put the bondwoman out, because she saw her mistreating her child.
Yep.
And that spirit of jealousy has been from day one. He said a sword will come upon Egypt, and anguish will be what? In Ethiopia. When the slain fall in Egypt, he said they take away her wealth and her foundation are torn down, just like they have done everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel 30:5 said Ethiopia, Put, Lud, and Arabia. He said all of Arabia, Libya, and the people of the land that is in the league. Listen, in league will fall with them by the sword. See, the word is telling us, just because you see a smile don't mean they like you. They're in agreement. This means they're in agreement what they see happening. And they know it's wrong. But y'all is counting them as though they pull the trigger. What they'll say, well, I was just in the car. I didn't know it was too bad. You are part of it. Was your intent or not? If you didn't know what they're doing, they went in their store. You accessory to murder, or you accessory to what? Because while you was with them, you didn't say nothing about it, you and turned it back until now you're caught. He said Ethiopia, and Put was with them. And that's something to think about. Persia and Lud and Put were in he let them know they was in your army.
Mm-hmm.
He said, your men of war, they hung shields and helmets in you. In other words, they were putting their weapons are leaning against the wall right along with your weapon leaning against the wall. You was with them. There go your helmet and your sword right there along beside theirs. I see it. I know it. He said they hung shield and helmet in you. They set forth with your splendor. He said Ethiopia, Lud, and Arabia, Libya, and the people of the land that is in league will fall with them by the sword. Listen what he's saying. They're going to fall with them by the sword. They're not going to escape. See, we might not know anything about this, but y'all know it all.
Yes, he does.
See, these been our strongholds that we didn't even know. That's why they won't help. That's why they mount against the peoples of Yah as well. I saw something this morning. I didn't read it, but the question was, why is Haiti and why Jamaica
and Haiti
fussing about a time of disasters?
Mm-hmm.
How crazy is that? With all y'all going through.
That's right.
That's so crazy. Number 5, he said Persia, Ethiopia, and Put with them all of them with what? He said with shields and helmets. Let's move down to 6. He said Gomar, with all his troops. Beth Togarmah. See, they'll change the names, put some in the front, but it's still his son. Beth Togarmah, from the remote parts of the north with all its troops. He said, many people's with you. Everybody you can get to come against the people. You see, a lot of this is about jealousy. Because who y'all knows. And the enemy has used them and put hate in their heart toward an evil eye because of what Yah has done. We have nothing to do with what they're choosing of the Most High, but to stay before him, plead for our own soul as well. That he will remember his mercy towards us. Genesis 10:2 say the sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, and Medai, Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. Genesis 10:3 say the sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, telling you who all they are. And Rephat, and Togarmah, Togarmah. He wants us to know exactly who our enemies. Know your enemies, saints. Because when you don't know your enemy, you hang out with these folks. That's why so many of y'all young people go to hanging out where they end up dead.
That's right.
Everybody seems to go home but the chocolate one. And all of a sudden nobody know what happened. But he went with you. That's why I used to fuss with my nephew. Listen, there ain't nobody your friend. Stop that foolery. Because all them laugh and play, and all of a sudden become a game to see you run through the woods. It's something in that mindset. He told me, they dropped off the thing. They run down a wild hog. I don't know if he even told you that. They ran down a wild hog, and he's sitting on the back door. So and when they spin off fire, he flipped off the thing. They driving and just laughing. I told you better not never go nowhere with them no more. Then they stopped and laughing. I said, because you don't deal with no wild hog. They know that's what they do.
Yep.
I said, them ain't your friends. Supposing the boy would have got you, you couldn't have done that because they cut you, they kill you when they come into you, they come at you with husk.
Yeah, they come charge.
He made me mad. He even telling me that. You stop that foolishness because there ain't no joke. You thought it was a joke. They want to go see how fast you can run to get back on the truck. Boy, you crazy. Never do that again. No, you just being ignorant now. Because there ain't nothing funny about that. Because if they meant well, they'd have stopped the truck. Hold up, man. Hold on, he don't fall off. No, they going to see how fast you can run to get on the truck. You running from the booth. You got on there just in time and he hit the truck.
No, he never.
Number 7, he say, be prepared. And prepare. This is what he say. Y'all come be prepared and prepare yourself. You and all your armies, your companies that are similar about you. And he said, and be a guard for them. Be prepared. Because y'all, he said he gonna get rid of this thing for once and for all. Isaiah 8:9 said, be broken, O people, and be shattered, and give ear, all remote places of the earth. He said, gird yourself, yet be shattered. Gird yourself, yet be shattered. He said, don't care what you do. You can put on all the army gear you want. It's not gonna help you. That's why yet you're gonna be shattered. Get yourself together. Put on your armor. Put on your weapons. And see what happens. He said, yet you still gonna be shattered. See, we have the captain of the armies.
Yeah.
With us. An excellent warrior. And he said, after many days, he said, you will be summoned. Listen what he's saying. You want to fight after many days. You will be summoned. He said, in the latter years, you will come into the land that is restored from the sword. Now, the land that is restored from the sword is his people. That he put us in our own land. He's still going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, whose inhabitants have been what? Gathered from many nations to the mountains of Israel, which had been a continual waste. He said, but its people were brought out from the nation. And whose people there? His. And they're living securely, all of them. And you still going to come out against them. You think they're just sitting out there and just having fun and at ease? What he says, Isaiah 24 and 22, he said, they will be gathered. They will gather together like prisoners in the dungeon and will be confined in prison. And after many days, they will be punished. What do y'all say? He going to make a grave out there. He going to make a grave in Israel for them. Mm-hmm. He got a land prepared for their bodies.
Yes, he does.
And he said, then it will happen on that day. See, y'all got a certain day when that day come, ain't nothing but nobody can stop it. Then it will happen on that day, that the Yahuwah, our Adonai, will again recover the second time with his hand. What it say? The remnant of his people, who will remain. This is what it say, the remnant of people who going to remain, because all of them not going to remain. He said, from what? From Assyria, from Egypt, from Petros, from Cush, from Elam, from Shinar, Hamat, and from the isles of the sea. They come. He gonna get his people. Wherever they've been scattered, he gonna bring them out of there. He says, gather from many nations. And he said, to the mountains of Israel, which had been a continual waste. And he says, I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries and bring them what? To their own land. But that's not good enough for them. They're gonna decide they're gonna come up. He said, I will feed them on the mountains of Yasharel. He said, by the streams and in the inhabited places of the land. I'm gonna take care of them there. A house without walls look like prey, but you don't know. You got to run through Yahuwah. And that is not going to happen according to this word. Ezekiel 36 and 1 to 8. He said, you, son of man, prophesy to the mountains of Israel. And say, O mountain of Israel, hear the word of the Yahuwah. He talk about the ones that's in charge, the elders. The ones that's supposed to be in charge. The mountain can be the ones he put in charge. And it also can be little, but he talking to his people. He said, but his people were brought out from the nations, and they are living securely. Tell you exactly who is in this chapter. We ain't got to wonder who's who, because y'all letting us know who's who.
That's right. That's right.
He's not hiding anything. He letting you know who's the people that he's going to take down and who's the people he got out in a land of their own. Living securely, not messing with nobody, but they look like they are prey. Look like they can just go in and just spoil like what they're accustomed to doing. It's almost y'all put us in the open. So you know how you put the little rope on the rabbit out in the open, so the trooper, when the prey show up, especially when they're out there killing all the chickens, so you put one out there for the corporate to show up and you get rid of him. It looked like easy prey. He can't run. That's why y'all say he gonna rid himself of them. He said, Ezekiel 34:13, he said, I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries and bring them to their own land, and I will feed them on the mountains of Yasharel, by the streams, and in all the inhabited places of the land. I read that one. I'm supposed to be way over here. And he said, his people were brought out from the nation, and they are living securely of all of them. This is where I'm supposed to be at here. Ezekiel 38:11 says, and you will say, I will go up against the land of unwalled villages, but Yah is our stronghold. Y'all, they got to get to know this. Some people are reading this book, but very few.
That's right. That's right.
And I believe the ones that's waking up to this. I think those. I don't know, and I'm not can't speculate what y'all know, but I believe those are ones that, just like the ones that wake it up among us, and the ones waking up among them. I believe those are his elect. He said, "You will say, I will go up against the land of unwalled villages. I will go against those who are at rest, that live securely. All of them living without walls. Man, they're easy to pray. We ain't got to worry about climbing over nothing, going on nothing. It's open. We can just run in and take. Yeah, that's what you think. He's that live securely. All of them living without walls and having no bars. Listen, no bars, no gates, man. We got this is easy to pray. Y'all get together. Come on, let's take all this stuff. Because you got to know we are coming out here with riches.
That's right. That's right.
Easy pray. They're gonna take the spoil. See, some habits don't die hard. Ezekiel 38:14 says, therefore prophesy, son of man, and say to God, and thus says the Yahuwah, Elkaniah. He said, on that day, why my people? He said, when my people, Israel, are living securely, will you not know it? In other words, he keep asking, you don't understand that? You think they is out there by themselves? You think they don't have no help? Because you don't see no walls. You don't see no gates. I mean, that's truly a rude awakening, what we're reading. He said, you will go up. You will come like a storm. This is what he said. The attitude of you, yeah, you will go up. You will come like a storm. You will be like a cloud covering the land. Y'all letting us know it's going to be many of them. He said, you and all your troops, and many people's with you. Oh, you're going to see them like sand of the sea coming. But see, we got to know this word, what y'all plan is.
Yes, we do.
Oh, he telling us his plan. When you see them coming, no panic. This was gonna happen to them. I'm finna make a grave. The land gonna be a grave for them. He making a cemetery for them in what he say in Israel. You say, oh yeah, you can look like, oh yeah, that's a cemetery. When they came out there, he killed all of them. We don't use that land. Okay. That's a graveyard over there. We don't plant nothing over there. We don't take our cattle over there. We won't let our goat graze over there. No, that's a grave. Isaiah 58:5-58, he said, its arrows are sharp, and all its bows are bent. The hoofs of his horses seem like what? Flint. And his chariot wheels like a whirlwind. Boy, they come in. It's like sparks flying off the horses. Oh, they what you say? They gunning for us. Mm-hmm. They're wide open. They coming with their tanks and all that stuff. Everything they got. Y'all want to bring everything they got. And it's not going to do them not any good. We don't know how he going to do it, but we know it's going to happen. Isaiah 21:1, he said, the articles concerning the wilderness of the sea. And they said he called concerning the wilderness. Why would he so call the wilderness of the sea? Mm-hmm. The article concerning the wilderness of the sea as windstorms. This is what he's going. As windstorms in the Negev swept on, it comes from what the wilderness and from a terrified land. As though he gonna use his elements to take them out. Isaiah 25:4. He said, "You have been what? You have been a defense for the helpless." Yes, he has. A defense for the needy in his distress. A refuge from the storm. A shade from the heat. For the breath of the rootless is like a rainstorm against what? A wall. And you have protected us from all of it. I keep saying, if he did once, he'll do it again. Yes. He's giving us something to go by what's going to happen and the mindset of our enemy. And also remind us, I kept you through all this, and I'll keep you through that.
That's right.
Isaiah 21:28-2 say, behold, he said, Adonai has a strong and a mighty agent. As a storm, listen what? As a storm of hail, a tempest of destruction, like a storm of mighty overflowing waters. He has what? Cast it down to the earth. He said, with his hand, he did it. Yah has done it. Oh, he's going to fight for his people's sake. All we got to do is get ourselves in alignment with the things of the Most High Yah. Because he will fight for you. In the end, he's going to take out all those together. He want them all together because he's going to take it out from once and for all. That's why he say he's going to clean himself. He's going to sanctify himself. You know what sanctification. You cleansed. You set apart the evil from the good. Like a storm, you will what? Be like a cloud covering the land. He letting you know. I know what they like. And Ezekiel 30:18 said, in the Taphanes, the day will be what? Dark. When I break, he said, their yoke bars of Egypt. This is what he said, it's going to be dark. It's going to be trouble. He said, when I break the yoke bars of Egypt, then the pride of her power will cease in her. A cloud will cover her, and her daughters will go into captivity. Everyone. And this here, what? This is Egypt too. Mm-hmm. They, just like you took his daughters into captivity, yours going into it. Ezekiel 38:16 said, and you will come up against my people. Listen what he's saying. He already know. And you will come up against my people like Israel, like a cloud to cover the land. It shall come about in the last days. He said that I will bring you against my land. I wish if you could get, y'all say, I'm going to bring you against my land. Because this is your day of doom. Mm-hmm. This is what he's saying to our enemy. This is going to be the day of doom. He said, so that the nations may know me. See, you don't know him. You've been being spared. I didn't get rid of all the. I am going to make a grave of you in Israel. Once and for all, he said, I'm going to sanctify myself for you. He said, I will bring you up against my land so that what? The nations may know me. And when I am sanctified through you before their eyes, O Gog, he let you know who he talking to. Because that Gog is their land. It's the land of Magog and all his children. His children. It's a place. He said, clouds covering the land, you and all your troops, and many peoples with you. And he told you who them other peoples were. They were some of them belonged, some of Ham's children. Lud and all them. I put that some of our own cousins, some of our own people, some of our relatives.
Yeah.
He said, thus said Yahuwah, it will come about on that day that he said that thoughts, you know what he said? He said that thoughts will come into your mind, and you will devise what he say, an evil plan. Man, I was thinking about this here. They over there, they got all this stuff, and we ain't got nothing. And man, let's get together.
Yeah.
See, it worked a long time. You did this a long time, and you took cities from us. You took wealth, took children and husbands and wives. Oh, but this is over. Oh, you still doing it now. Because see, that's why you think it's not over. But y'all going to rid yourself of the pestilence for once and for all. He said, it will come into your mind and you will devise an evil plan. Because they're known to devising a plan. 36:4, the word tells us while we sleep, they devising our hurt.
Yep.
He said he plans wickedness. Listen what y'all say. He plans wickedness upon his bed. And next, what he do in the morning? He sets himself on a path that is not good. He does not despise evil. That's, boy, they get up in the morning with it. They say, I'm going on. They don't have no guilt in their head, in their mind. They don't feel guilty about their plans to go out and take and destroy somebody else's life.
Cheer them.
He's in Micah 2:1 say, woe to those who scheme iniquity, who work out what evil on their beds. When morning comes, they do it. They ain't just think about it, they go do it. He does not despise it. He don't hate no evil. It don't worry him to go out and take and cause hurt to somebody else. Because if it did hurt them, they would never did what they did with this senseless mess they did to these poor people. You know, when you at your last and you got to wait for weeks, you already don't have nothing at the end of the month as it is. You waiting. You got a whole other week or something before you can even go buy you something. Now with their foolery, you gonna wait take them through another what? 40-something days or 50-something days now. But that's all right. Y'all made a way for his people. He said, who work out? One thing, I'm going to say this and I'll read it, we'll keep going. One thing we do know, he exposed a lot of these ministries.
Yes, he did.
People just see it for what they are, just money grabbers and not helping nobody.
Yes, he did.
Because they spend it on themselves fast as they can get it. That's not the way y'all set up his house. His house is in order. He told the Levites, the priests, y'all don't even need no heritage. I'm y'all heritage. I take care of y'all. When it comes in, y'all get first dips on the meat, and the rest go to the poor. And put it up for those when they come in need, that you'll have something to distribute. That's what it was set up for, not for you to buy the biggest house and the biggest ranch and the land so low, take you 2 miles to get to the house. That's how much property you got around your house. And people around here starving to death. They're giving you money. Brainwashed. He said, woe to those who scheme iniquity and who work out evil on their beds. And when morning comes, they do it. For it is in the power of their hands. This is what he said. For it's in the power. That means they got some authority. They can make decisions and make it happen. That's why he say they do it. And the little poor one, he got a lot of plans, but he got to have some help to get it done. This word letting us know they got power to get it done. That means they have resources. They got influence. You know they got influence with all these ones coming around the world to join in with it because they believe what they say. But they better read this word. Yes. It's not going to end like they think it's going to end. And it says, number 11, and you will say, I will go up against the land of unwalled villages. This is what y'all say. I will go against those who are what? At rest, that live securely, all of them living without walls and having no bars or gates. Oh, so that's why you think they just pray for you. See how they did? They couldn't see it because y'all guys in, so they made an excuse to go bust in the apartments. Now they got so much feedback that they didn't try that no more. Because they had them bitches doing it. They did that to try to pull all our peoples out. Now they were looking for something with them. Isn't that something? Didn't find nothing among them. Had to let them go. Zechariah 2:4 said, and said to him, run, speak to that young man, saying, Jerusalem will be inhabited without walls because of the multitude of men and the cattle within. And he said, Jeremiah 49:31, he said, arise, go up against a nation which is at ease, which lives securely, declares the Yahuwah. It has no gates or bars. They dwell alone. See, that's what the enemy think, we alone. And he was allowing that to happen. But that door was closed for them. They don't know it yet. But if they tell the truth, they put their camera on them, all the ones that done something that y'all trust me, they might not be here.
That's right.
Or their loved ones might get destroyed. You don't know what shape they in. Because see, the limelight is on them. But y'all see them. He's judging quickly against them.
Yes, he is.
At rest, he said, live securely. Let's go number 12. He said, to capture what? To capture the spoil and to seize plunder, to turn your hand against the waste places which are now inhabited, and against the people who are gathered from the nations, who have acquired cattle and goods, who live at the center of the world. Talking about his people. Living at the center of the world. They've been there long enough to what? We got acquired what? You got cattle and goods and just the center of the world. And the center of the world, you are wealthy. And you living without walls. Everything y'all have what? Grew you up. Now you decide you're going to come in because in the walls, everybody vulnerable. You don't know like we know. We're living in the presence of y'all. Hallelujah. You think he gonna just put us out? He ain't put us left alone. Now we still in his presence.
That's right.
He's always brood over us as his people. He said, capture spoils and cease to plunder. Let's go back up here to the first one. 10 and 6 says, Isaiah. He said, I sent it against a godless nation and commission it against the people of my fury to capture booty, that's treasures, and to cease and plunder, stop plunder, and to trample them down like what? Like mud in the street. It's over. That you used to can go out and have that kind of victory. Ezekiel 29 and 19 say, therefore thus says the Yahuwah, out the Adonai Yahuwah, he said, behold, he said, I will gather the land of Egypt. Well, he said to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and he will carry off her wealth and capture her spoil and seize her plunder. And it will be wages for his army. If he did it to us, why do you think they ain't gonna do it to them? Why do you think they're gonna get away with their pillage and their murder, their hatred? Let's go to number 13. He said, Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish with all its villages will say to you, have you come to capture spoil? Have you assembled your company to seize plunder, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to capture great spoil? They're asking questions. Ezekiel, he said, the traders of Sheba and Rahama, they traded with you. They paid for your wares with the best of all kinds of spices and with all kinds of precious stones and gold. He said, well, he said, let them know. The traders tells the Sheba, they traded with them. Ezekiel 27:23, he said, Haran and Kenah. He said, Eden, the traders of Sheba, Asher, and what? The Kilmad traded with you. Yeah, they did. They traded with Israel at one time. No, they ain't coming there to pillage. They traded. And he said in Tarshish, wait, let me get this one. Ezekiel 25:13 he said, therefore, thus says Yahuwah, he said, I will also stretch out my hand against Edom and cut off man and beast from it, and I will lay it waste. He said he's going to do it from Timon even to Dan. All this is Japhet. They will fall by the sword. So you think of they know all of them. That's him and his associates. Ezekiel 27:15, he said, the sons of the dead. He said, where are your traders? Many coastlands were your market. Ivory, tusk, you know where they get that Tarzan movie, they go and they killing the elephants and getting the tusk. Where you gonna get it? They'll go tap the land, ravish everything just to get what you want. Ivory, tusk, and ebony, they bought as your what? Your payment. Ezekiel 27:20, he said, did Dan trade with you in saddlecloths for riding? It's a different thing going to trade with someone or somebody going to destroy somebody, take it. And he says, Tarshish with all its what? Villages will say to you, have you come? Let's get this one. Ezekiel 27:20, Tarshish was your customer because of the abundance of all kinds of wealth, with silver, iron, and tin, and laid them, and they made what? and they pay you. They pay for your wares. Or they'll pay for them again. But these listen, but these heathens, they will cook up a plan and take with all that now they seem to get in this thing, but it's always been a thorn in my side. They make it YouTube. It don't make sense. It's one of them. It don't make sense somebody buy a house and toil 30 years to pay for it and can lose it to taxes. You never pay for your house. You don't bought the land. You don't pay for it. You retire. Now you got to fight taxes. That's why. And the reason why they're talking about it, because now many of them are losing their houses. It's paid for $200,000 and $300,000, and you on fixed income and you can't pay the high tax. In Texas, people taxes going up $20,000 and $30,000. How evil is that?
Very.
And you were talking, oh well, they got to pay it. Well, you don't read, boy. I tell you, y'all. I tell you, he is not pleased with that, and he gonna do something about it too. I saw this black guy. His house, he said, I'll only spend back $30-something thousand for the house and fix it up. They sent him a bill. I'm trying to remember. It was astronomical. I think they talking about he was like about $1 million.
Please.
He said, I want y'all to see, do y'all see $1 million here? He said, I only paid $30-something thousand for the house and fixed it myself. Boy, I tell you, anybody will do something that low, ain't nothing but the son of the devil.
That's right.
Isaiah 33:23 say, your tackle hangs slack. It cannot hold the base of its mast firmly, nor spread out the sail. He said, then the prey of an abundant spoil will be divided. The lame will take the plunder. Listen what it's saying. You got so much, it won't even go. Your tackle hangs slack. It cannot even hold the base of its mast firmly. You got so much you can't even carry it off. What he say? The lame, even the lame people will be able to take the plunder. But y'all gonna fix it that way. Jeremiah 50:13 say, your wealth and your treasures, he said, I will give for booty without cause. Even for all your sins and within all your borders. Did not he allow them to take away Israel's treasury? Now he's saying to I'm gonna allow them to take away. That's why I say even a lame person gonna lay there so low they take their time and they can carry some of them off. In 14, he said, therefore prophesy, son of man, and say to Gog, thus saith the Yahuwah, on that day when my people Israel are living securely, will you not know it? You mean tell me you gonna be that far off that you can't see what's going on? I'll be scared to come up there, man. Wait a minute now. Why they all open like that?
Yeah.
What's going on? I would be suspicious. Jeremiah 23 said, he said, in his days, he said, Judah will be saved. I'm gonna say that again. In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will be what? Will dwell securely. And this is his name by which he will what? Be called. Listen to me. He telling you who's gonna save him. The Yahuwah of our righteousness. Hallelujah. Ezekiel 38:8 tells us, after many days you will be summoned. In the latter years you will come into the land that is restored. Because I'm going to restore my people. I'm going to restore the land. He said, from the sword whose inhabitants have been gathered from many nations to the mountains of Israel, which had been a continual waste. He said, but its people were brought out from the nations, and they are living securely, all of them. And you going to follow it with your jealous self. And you will say, I will go up against the land of unwalled city. I will go against those who are at rest and that live securely. And all of them live without walls and having no bars, because you think that make you it's all right for you to go and that. See, that's what I'm saying now. We without, they see us now, ain't bothered. They just can't stand to see us resting. Not bothering them, not saying you ain't got to just come. That's that spirit is still on them. That's gonna get whatever is gonna get all of them killed. For that self-same spirit always messing with people. Let's go to 15 and get those what it means. He said, Ezekiel 39:2, he said, I will turn you around. He said, drive you on, take you up from the remotest part of the north and bring you against what the mountains of Israel. This is what y'all say. He said, I'm going to turn you around, drive you on. I'm going to help you. Take you up from the remotest part of the north and bring you against what? Against the mountains of Israel. It's a setup. The enemy has been set up and they don't know it. 16, and you will come up against my people. Listen what it's telling you. You're going to come up against my people, Israel, like a cloud to cover their land. And it shall come about in the last day that I will bring you against my land, so that the nations may know me. You're going to know who I am for once and for all. He said that they may know that you alone, whose name is the Yahuwah, are the Most High over all the earth. They're going to see your power firsthand. And they ain't going to be able to escape, just like Pharaoh. Wasn't nowhere. You're going to run down through an ocean that's walled up. That's some nerve. And you think y'all going to let you come out on the other end? You did, but you was on the beach drowned. He made a grave of them right in the Red Sea. And he said, I'm going to make a grave of you. He's going to kill you right there on your way to destroy his people. All you got to do is look in the word. You see where he done it before, many times over. He said, I will vindicate the holiness of my great name, which has been profaned among the nation, because you will say, we ain't got no God. Y'all don't, when he said defame, y'all ain't y'all people no more. He hates y'all. He ain't y'all God anymore. Y'all say that's profane. I'm married to Israel. Why you lying to my people? You profaning his name. And then you talk about his people. I can do it, but you can't. You boasting against the prick. You telling y'all that what he can and cannot do when it comes to his people. He said, which you have profaned in their midst. You don't talk about me in the midst of them. Y'all curse, y'all this, y'all ain't the people, y'all ain't that. Then the nation will know that I am Yahuwah, declares the Yahuwah. He said, when I prove myself holy among you in their sight. Mm-hmm. He said, 38 and 23, he said, I will magnify myself, sanctify myself, and make myself known in the sight of many nations. And they will know that I am the Yahuwah. They're going to know that I'm king. I'm the King of kings. I'm the Lord of lords. They will know this. I'm over everything. He said, no. Know me when he said, I'm going to sanctify myself, and that's what he means. Isaiah 5 and 15 say, but Yahuwah of hosts will be exalted in judgment, and in the holy Yah will show himself holy in righteousness. See that? If you holy, I'm going to show myself holy in righteousness. If you're not, you're going with the rest. He said, it is the Yahweh of hosts whom you should regard as holy, and he shall be your fear, and he shall be your dread. No, they ain't fear him, because they would fear him. They wouldn't be doing that to people. Listen, you ain't even got to know the Most High. You can have some morals and say within and say, listen, I'm not finna do that. I'm not going to be a part of that. I don't feel right about that. That is not right. Y'all do what you want. I'm not going to be part of that. No, they gather together because they're barbaric mind. He said, but when he sees his children, the work of my hands, in his midst, they will sanctify my name. See what he's saying? My people will sanctify me. I don't care what they're going through. He said, they will sanctify my name indeed. They will sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and will stand in awe of the Yahuwah of Israel. Ezekiel 28 and 22 say, thus says Yahuwah, our Adonai. He said what? Behold, I am against you, O Sidon, and I will be glorified in your midst. When y'all say that, he's like, I'm going to get the glory. I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to show you going to get the glory. He said, then they will know that I am the Yahuwah when I execute judgment on them. And I will manifest my holiness in her. Oh, we give him glory. Let's go to number this one here. He said he will also lift up a standard to the distant nation, and will whistle for it from what? From the ends of the earth. And behold, it will come with speed, but swiftly. And he said, Isaiah 34, 1-6, he said, draw near, O nation, to hear and listen, O people. Let the earth and all it contains hear, and the world and all that springs from it. Because he's speaking. All the ones that he said, when he's speaking to, those are the ones that he letting them know. The things that you have done, you're going to pay for. If you're on the right side, well and good for you. But you could be caught on the wrong side of this thing. Woe unto you. He's the one who is majestic. He said, let me go back. Who is this who comes from Edom, with garments of glowing color from Basra? This one who is majestic in his apparel, marching in the greatness of his strength. He said, it is I who speak in righteousness, mighty to save. You want to know? You want to know who it is? I'm the one to come to what? To prosecute, judge. I'm the one coming to take all the evil down. Who has been fighting against my people? Who has been imprisoning? Who has been killing? Senseless death, senseless murder, shooting your gun. Two people shoot in a person, load their gun in a person, and one person. And don't stop till the gun is empty. When in fact, you tell me it says no, that's barbaric. That's what it is. You need to call it what it is. That's barbaric. That's what the Bible calls you. You're barbaric. You're barbarian. He's Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Yahuwah will come in fire and his chariots, like the whirlwind, to render his anger with fury. He's not going to have no mercy because you didn't show any. And his rebuke with flames of fire. Isaiah 66 and 6, he said, for the Yahuwah will execute judgment by fire. See, all he got to do is speak to the earth. He said, and by the sword and on all flesh. And those slain by Yahuwah will be many. You know what he said? You can't count me. He has told us in his word they're coming from all nations. That God can make God. They don't call all of them to be with them in this battle. They're so sure that they're gonna take it. They're gonna come back successful. Joel 3:9-14. He said, proclaim this among the nations. He said, prepare for war. Rouse the mighty men. They like to fight. Let all the soldiers draw near. Let them come up. He said, prophesy for the days, years that I will bring you against them. And he said, smoke went up out of his nostril. Now, you know that's anger. And fire from his mouth devoured. Coals were what? Kindled by it. They haven't seen a fight. Because listen, they ain't even gonna make it. They're gonna die by his presence. Psalm 18-15 said, then the channels of water appeared, and the foundation of the world were laid bare. Listen, he opened up the water. It's amazing. Y'all, he ought to do nothing. The earth will take care of y'all. The torrential rain. He said, the foundation of the world were laid bare. At your rebuke, O Yahuwah, and at the blast of the breath of your nostrils. All he got to do is speak the word. Deuteronomy 32:22 says, he said, for fire. He said, for a fire is kindled in my anger. He said to burn, he said, and burns to the lowest part of Sheol, and consume the earth with what is yield, and sets on fire the foundation of the mountains. He ain't playing. And Joel said, the Yahuwah rose from Zion and utters his voice from what? Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth tremble, but the Yahuwah is a refuge for what? For his people. All we got to do, saints, we pray y'all to help us to stay this course.
Yes.
He's going to take care of our enemy. Because he's what? His word say, but he's a refuge for his people. And what he say? And a stronghold. That's where this word come from. And a stronghold to the sons of Yasharel. Oh, yes. He's going to bring our strongholds down. Everywhere you turn, they're there. Blocking. Cutting us off. And he said in Jeremiah, I looked on the mountains, and behold, they were quaking, and all the hills moved to and fro. Sounds like an earthquake to me. Jeremiah 4:25 said, I looked, and behold, there was no man at all. The birds of the heaven had fled. In the sight of the Most High, yeah, they get out the way. When you don't hear no birds sing or see one fly, you have to wonder. Well, there is a bird for every season.
Yes, it is.
You're going to see the robins out there. I said, boy, I ain't seen one of them in a long time. In springtime, you don't see me. Like, where's the bird? Where are the birds? And you still don't see a lot of birds out there now that you used to see during this time of the year. Hosea, because why? Because they done killed them all off, most of them.
Yep.
Destruction, destroy. They're talking about this live boom that's going on. And it's amazing because I heard that boom yesterday. And nobody don't know what it is. It's the earth is cracking. That's what some of them is saying. And they're waiting on and it could be the plate that's running through the earth.
Yep.
Keep hearing it. And everybody come out and go, you heard that? I said, now wait a minute. Didn't I just hear somebody talking about it? Has anybody heard that sound? And now I'm hearing it. He said, therefore the land mourns, and everyone who lives in it languishes along with the beasts of the field. He said, the birds of the sky and also the fish of the sea disappear. Nahum 1:4-6 says, he rebukes the sea and makes it dry. He dries up all the rivers Bashan and Carmel wither. He said, the blossom of Lebanon withers. And you think you're going to win? See, this is what gets me. All this, you don't understand who you're dealing with.
That's right. That's right.
When the enemy don't understand who they're dealing with and who belongs to the Most High, they're in great jeopardy. And there's no help for them. Ain't no way for escape. 21 says, I will call for a sword against him on all my mountains, declares the Yahuwah, our Yahuwah. And he said, every man's sword will be against his brother. They're going to start fighting. He's going to have to make them kill one another. Let's look at it. He said, Ezekiel 14:17 said, or if I should bring a sword on that country and say, let the sword pass through the country and cut off man and beast from it, and it will happen. We all see that. We know that. We got to understand when y'all speak, it has to come to pass. And it will, and it shall come to pass. In Judges 7:22, he said, when they blew 300 trumpets, he said, our Yahuwah set the sword of one against another. Even throughout the whole army. And the army fled as far as Beth Shittah towards Zerah. He said, as far as the edge of Abel Meholah, by what? Tabah. They was running. But that didn't help because the Israelites chased them down. 1 Samuel 14:20. He said, then Saul and all the people who were with him rallied and came to the battle. And behold, every man's sword was against his fellow. And there was very great confusion. Ain't that something? Y'all just know how to confuse your enemy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They start fighting and kill each other. I was looking at something the other day where these two guys were standing in line of a lot of hue. And they start talking about something simple. And they didn't agree. Also, while they start fighting each other, hurting of each other. Went into full combat. He said, I will overthrow the chariots. What did we say? I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms and destroy the power of kingdom of the nation, and I will overthrow the chariots and their riders. And you think you can just get away and keep doing what y'all say not to do? You're going to come out against a people that he has taken out from among you and set them up. And you're going to gather everybody and think you're going to come out. You think. Because you don't see no walls around us. Y'all's our stronghold, saints.
Yes, he is.
The enemy got to know that because they as the word say in the end, they gonna know him for who he really is. They ain't see no power, and he gonna let them gather all themselves together, gather all the nation that want to come up against along with them. What his word say? I'm gonna make a grave. I'm gonna make a graveyard for them in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm going to overthrow not only just chariots and their riders. He said, and the horses and their riders will go down, everyone by the sword of another. No, they can't get along. They start fighting, get mad for the quickest thing, littlest thing.
Yes, he
He said, every man's sword will be against his brother. Number 22, he said, with pestilence with blood. He said, I will enter into what? Judgment with him. And I will reign on him and on his troops and on the many people who are with him. This is what he say. He keep throwing it because they're going to go get other people going to join themselves with them. And everybody join themselves with them is going down with them. Yeah, they're coming out, but they will not return back home. So this word is telling us today that he's going to make a grave of them in Israel. You look upon that heap where their bodies was. So we don't have anything to worry about, saying we got the Most High fighting for us. But he said, I'm going to fight against them. Not only that, he said, I will reign on him and reign on his troops and on many people who are with him. He said a torrential rain. And they're going to be with hailstones, fire and brimstone. That's what's going to take them out. Every one of them. He's going to let the elements of the earth take them out. So when he say, when I send this rain, it's going to be terrific. When I send a hailstone, it's going to kill them. And what the rain don't kill, the hailstone will. And what the hailstone don't kill, fire and brimstone will. It won't be nothing left. According to this word, he said, I'm going to make a grave of them. They're going to come out, but they will not return. He said, for the Yahuwah will execute judgment by fire and by his sword on all flesh, and those slain by Yahuwah will be many. And Jeremiah 25:31 tells, he said, a glamour has come to the end of the earth. Well, I said, because the Yahuwah has controversy with the nation, he is entering into judgment with all flesh. As for the wicked, he said, he has given them to the sword, declares Yahuwah, and nobody can turn this thing around. Nobody gonna have that kind of power. And let's get to our last verse for today. And he said, I will magnify myself, sanctify myself, and make myself known in the sight of many nations. And they will know that I am Yahuwah. They're going to know me. They heard about me, but they apparently didn't believe because they kept coming out and doing things to my people. He made it clear who he's taking down. He's taking down Japhet children, all of them. And the ones that they put themselves as part of them that love to come against his people as well. He said, I will magnify myself. And he said, and make myself known in the sight of many nations, and they will know that I am Yahuwah. They're going to know who I am. Psalm 9:16 tells, he said, Yahuwah has made himself known. He has executed judgment. He said, in the work of his own hands. The wicked is snared, he said, Hagion. They has been, snared. They already been set up. They already been caught in the trap. See, people they keep seeing it coming and going and coming and going, and they think it's never going to come. You already been snared. Oh, we give y'all praise and glory. Ezekiel 37:28 tells us, he said, the nations will know that I am Yahuwah who sanctifies Israel. He said, when my sanctuary is in their midst forever, and you have an audacity to come up against the people that's mine. We are sanctuary because we are under him. He said, when my sanctuary is in their midst forever. He said, Ezekiel 38:16, he said, and you will come up against my people, Israel. He said, like a cloud to cover the land. This is what he's saying. He already tell you, oh yeah, y'all gonna come up. Every one of y'all. Gog, Magog, as also a barbarous northern region. They were barbarous. Meshach, Tubal, Gomer, Medog, Javon, Tyrus, and then your children too. Oh yeah, you're gonna gather them all of y'all gonna come out against my people. And you're gonna go get some more. They're gonna fall right in there because they barbaric too. You don't take much to get somebody a killer to help you go kill somebody. He said, you will come up against my people, Israel, like a what? A cloud to cover the land. That's a lot. He said, it shall come about in the last days. He said, I will bring you against my land. He the one bringing them because he finna wipe them totally off the world. Never to see him again. He said, so that the nation may know me when I am sanctified. I'm cleansed once and for all. He said, through you before your eyes, oh Gog. You won't invade nobody else's land, not ever again. You thought they were just sitting out here as prey. You looked over there, you couldn't see. You didn't see the stronghold. You didn't see the wall of protection around him. So you thought you have been a stronghold. You've been that stronghold against them for eons. You got to understand, he also going to take a vengeance on them for our forefathers that already has passed. That they took out. Their blood ain't yet has been paid for. And it's been the same group. The same people has come out. They changed their name from one to the other, but it's the same people. These are Japhet's children, better known as the Gentiles. Oh, we give him glory. We give him honor. But they don't understand their days are marked. Y'all say, I have summoned you. You know you get summoned when you don't show up, you go to jail. Mm-hmm. They call your name, you're not in there, they give you a few minutes. They'll send the deputy out there to get you. So then y'all say, I'm the one call you? Because he summoned them. I didn't want to call you to get together. I didn't want to call you to call all around the other countries and come join us. So y'all, you came, you let the sand of the sea, you coming against my people because I got them I took them. This is what it say. I took them from among you. Mm-hmm. Y'all pull us out from the four corners of the world and put us in our land of peace. We have been there, and as the word is stated, we have established, we have grown things, and all of a sudden, how they showing up? Do you think you gonna you gonna capture them again? He said, but I'm gonna put a hook in your mouth now. In your jaw. Yeah, isn't that something? At least they put a thing on your head, but y'all say I'm put a hook in your jaw. Mm-hmm. Let me say this, saints of the Most High. They have been a strong hold against us in everything that we have tried to do. They're blocked. They have literally set up a sign between a code. I'm gonna put it like this. They got a code that they would not. We don't know nothing about the codes, but they know the codes. And I was sitting over here the other day, all of a sudden in these people's yard, I'm seeing this what do you call it? Unicorn, colorful unicorn. Mm-hmm. I saw it in the house on the yard. I said, you know what? I said, now they think they're smart, but they sending codes to one another. They let it sit on their lot. All of a sudden, it show up. Y'all be praised. He know how to bring them down and the codes. We give him all the glory and praise, saints of the Most High. And he's done wonderful things in the midst of us and doing it and letting us know that we can rest assured. Even when we were taken out from among them to go into our land, and the word say we have already established things, got cattle and goods and well on our way. But here they come. But y'all say he's summoning them because now it's time to get rid of wipe them slap off the earth.
Yes.
Once and for all. When he said, I'm going to sanctify, I'm going to cleanse myself of them for good. That's a lot of nerve when y'all done pull us out of the midst of them and we doing well. They say, come on, let's go up. They don't have no wall around them. Ain't no stronghold. Let's go get them again and put them in bondage. Become their stronghold. They can't do this. They can't go from one neighborhood to the next. They want to know what they're doing. Well, he said he's going to destroy Israel's strongholds. They will be destroyed. They will be the ones that he will take out of this world forever. And he'll tell you how he's going to do it, all the elements. One don't get you, the other will. With that, saints of the Most High, we give y'all praise, glory, and honor. We thank y'all, and I pray right now for everyone that's watched this message that y'all continue to bless them. Give them what they need is in strength. Give them strength. Whatever the needs are, y'all, we praise and we thank you right now that you hear your prayers of your righteous. When we come out before you, Father, we ask in the name of Yahushua, believing that what he said. Ask in his name. Our Yahushua Mashiach, who had pleaded, not only pleaded, is praying yet for us. We thank you for every need being met, every door that's supposed to be shut down. Because all these policies, see, they shut the doors on us, they think. They have been a stronghold against us. But y'all, according to this word today, you're going to bring every one of their towers down upon their own head. And we thank you today. Yes. May your name be blessed and glorified forever. And with that, we say shalom, saints, and Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Imam. Glad to see you. I'll think about her today because I'm hoping that she wasn't going back, you know. I'm going to give her a call later on, though. With that, we're going to say shalom.